you're always looked at differently, even if nothing's changed from a year ago or whatever. So I do agree with you on that. Then again, you know what? The loudest team that this generation has seen, at least my generation, which include you, is the '86 Mets, the cockiest team ever. And look what happened.
They won.
Yeah, they did, but they sort of broke the team up right afterwards. They were so afraid of Kevin Mitchell and stuff like that they never got back to really where they could have been. And maybe that's just me. I don't know.
But that was Dykstra and Backman, too. It wasn't just Kevin Mitchell. They had a lot of crazy dudes on that.
They did. You're right. It wasn't just Kevin Mitchell. Kevin Mitchell was the guy they pointed at. But,
right.
Dykstra...
He was probably third or fourth craziest on that team.
Dykstra has proven more than that he is maybe the craziest out of all of them.
Yeah.
Going to jail and doing, things that he shouldn't be doing. So we're going to take a break right now, brother. You're listening to From the Press Box right here on 90.3 WHPC. And normally we'd say call in, but Timmy's on the phone, so you just have to listen.
People can text me or post questions on Facebook.
Okay, yeah. Go to Tim Leonard at Facebook and type in some questions. You can do that. That's a good idea. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Aurora Workman, the president of the Alumni Association of Nassau Community College, and we invite you to a special Women's Empowerment and Social Networking Breakfast on Saturday, April 28th at 10 a.m. in the CCB building on the campus of Nassau Community College. The Alumni Association is hosting this breakfast to bring together women from all communities to empower and create a social network for everyone to share information and form friendships that can assist all of us in our daily lives. It is a chance to help bring positive change back to our communities and for all of us to know that we are not alone. The keynote speaker is legislator Celie A. Binu, class of 1994. Honorees include Lisa Dolce, class of 1999, Dr. Corinne Graham, class of 2001, and Jaslyn Kaur, class of 2017. For more information, visit ncc.edu/alumni.
All hit music.
For all those songs radio has forgotten about, join me, Big Ed, Mondays from 10 a.m. till noon for The Good Gold Show. We'll bring back all the great hits of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and more. The sounds of doo-wop to disco, all the Motown, soul, and great rock and roll. We'll even take your requests and dedications to The Good Gold Show.
Music.
On the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app.
Came me the culture.
If I ever leave this world, I may never leave this world.
Ireland and the Irish are known for their music. Irish music started about 1000 BC and has remained a major part of Irish culture and tradition. It has influenced many genres of music such as country, rock, and classical.
I'm a free-born man of the USA. I'm a free-born man of the USA.
Hear it all when the voice of Nassau Community College presents Full Irish, Saturday mornings at 11 a.m.
No work today.
Hi, I'm the host of Full Irish, Gary Power. Listen as I present a range of music from Ireland, from traditional to modern, music that lifts your spirit and transports you to the Emerald Isle. Listen Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Slán August Bonnet.
Saw a little bit of Mike Peters on Saturday over in West Babylon, part of the Record Store Day.
Lucky you, brother.
I know, but he only played like 3 songs, and I didn't know any of them.
Yeah, he was going places. You have to explain the background before you start ripping on my man.
I'm not ripping on him. I'm just saying.
He started the day in London.
Yeah,
actually, I probably started the day in Wales. Then he went to London. Well, he played a show in Wales at like 4 a.m.
Yeah. Okay.
Then he went to London. He played a show there early in the morning. Got on a plane, flew to New York to JFK. Then drives out to West Babylon to go to Looney Tunes to play a quick set there. Then
a set's the wrong word, brother.
It's a set. What is it?
3 songs.
That's a set. What would you call it?
To me, a set's like 8 songs.
Quibbling, bro. Quibbling.
Yes, of course.
But he plays a set at Looney Tunes, gets back in the car, drives to Kennedy, gets on a plane, and flies to Los Angeles, where and then he has to drive to Long Beach. I don't know how far away that is from Los Angeles.
That's
but I
about
know
an
it's
hour.
about 110 miles from San Diego, which is why I couldn't go to the show.
Of course.
But he gets there, and he plays a set at a place in Long Beach, a record store, at about 8 p.m. So, and you're ripping on the guy.
I'm not ripping on the guy. I just said he had a short set.
He played. Let's see, Wales, London, New York, LA. So he did 4 shows in one day, and then he had London to New York to LA. So he had two flights of more than like 7 hours or 6 hours, whatever it was. That's a pretty big day. That's a pretty ambitious day, brother.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, I saw him for 3 songs, or 2 songs actually. I missed the first one.
Oh,
so, but I bought you a record store day at Lorem Stuff.
Good job. Good job, brother.
Your day is now complete. Let's talk about
I didn't hear you.
Your day is now complete.
Oh yes, exactly.
Let's talk about your Yankees, brother. They're 11-9. They are in 3rd place in the AL East. Boston, your beloved Red Sox, are 17-4.
Yeah, good for them. It's early, brother. It's early. I'm not concerned.
That's pretty damn good. 8-10.
It is good. I'm not arguing with it. There's no arguing that the Red Sox have been a very good team early in the season. Although they did get the Sean Manaea of the Oakland A's actually pitched a no-hitter against them the other day. So, good for them. And they actually wound up losing a couple in a row to the lowly Oakland Athletics. But they're still 17-4, and they're still by far the best team in the American League right now.
Right.
So good for them.
Yeah. Well,
actually, the Mets are the best team in the National League. Oh no, they're not. Sorry. The Arizona Diamondbacks are actually the best team in the National League
by not much.
By a half a game. They're 15-6. The Mets are 14-6.
Yeah.
So. And then the New York Yankees right now, they're fine. They're 11-9. There's nothing wrong with 11-9.
No, there isn't. No, I'm not.
Over the course of the season, you play 550 balls. Chances are you're going to make the playoffs. But
not at this moment.
The expectations are a little greater for the New York Yankees right now. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I've told you before. Don't take anything that happens in April too seriously.
Well, the only thing that's good about April is if you jump out to the lead, you're in the front, and then it's yours to lose instead of to catch up with. So
agree 100% with that. Obviously, any team there would prefer to be in the Red Sox position right now because you're out in front. People have to catch you, and to have this kind of cushion right now and to be playing the way the Red Sox are, it allows you to deal better with injuries, let's say, or some kind of a slump or losing streak. The Red Sox have that cushion built in. If they go off and they lose, let's say, 6 in a row, you know what? They're probably still going to be in first place. So that's what it builds. It builds you equity. And right now the Red Sox have it. And very few other teams are in the same position. Houston Astros are 16-7, but the Angels are a game and a half behind them. So, those are kind of the 2 breakout teams in the American League West.
Yep.
And right now in the Central, Cleveland's 3 games over 500, but everybody else is either at 500 or very, very far below 500.
Yeah,
so
Central's not what it could be.
No, the Central is an awful division right now. I don't know I'm not seeing a lot of strength there as far as it's almost in some ways like the National League East in that the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox are both expected to be terrible teams, and the Kansas City Royals have had an awful start. So, with the National League East, you have the Mets and the Nationals, and it's pretty much everybody else. Although when you look at the division, obviously the Phillies have had a great start, and the Braves have started much better than expected, and the Nationals actually have had a pretty bad start actually.
Yeah.
So
and Derek Jeter's Miami Marlins.
That's where they're
5-16.
5-16 right now, and expect that to stay pretty much solid like that the rest of the way. They're not a good team. They're not going to be a good team. They're not going to improve this season. In fact, they're probably going to get worse this season because they're probably going to trade some of their guys as the season goes on, and especially when the trading deadline comes up. Guys like JT Realmuto, Starlin Castro, Martin Prado, guys like that will get traded to contenders who need pieces for their playoff runs. So the Marlins are, to me, no doubter to lose 100 games this year.
Not a bad thing.
No, definitely a bad thing.
Well, if you're a Mets fan, it's really nice.
Come on. I mean, how bad do you want other teams to be?
I don't know. I want my team to win. I don't care about the others.
Yeah, that's good. But,
Anyway, Gleyber Torres, brother.
Gleyber Torres, brother.
Gleyber. Why am I calling him Gleyber?
I don't know.
I like Gleyber better. I'm going to call him Gleyber.
Well, no, don't call him the wrong name.
Well, that's the new nickname I've just given him.
No. His name is Gleyber.
Gleyber.
Yes.
I like Gleyber.
Get it right.
Lieber Gley. Anyway,
Gleyber Torres.
He was promoted.
Yes, he was.
And he made his Major League debut on Sunday. Talk about him, brother.
That's right. Gleyber. The Gleyber era has begun. And the reason, brother, the Yankee fans are excited about this is that this kid is the goods. He is a prospect.
Okay,
And
we've seen that before.
Well, when? Tell me when.
Jabba rules.
All right. Well, this is a kid though who is, at least on the MLB.com minor league player rankings, he was the 5th best prospect in all of baseball. And he is a guy who, just for some background, the Yankees acquired a couple years ago in the trade with the Chicago Cubs for Aroldis Chapman. He was the main piece that they got in that deal, and he's been obviously in the Yankee system for a couple years now. He's still a very young player, and he's the guy now that they wanted him to get some experience and a few more at bats down in the minor leagues, and he's also coming off Tommy John surgery on his left elbow, which obviously is his non-throwing elbow, but he's a guy who, ever since this trade was made, people have been waiting for, all right, when is he going to be ready? And he's only 21 years old. So he's still a very young kid, but he is such a great hitter that there was no holding him down at the minors. And especially the Yankees have been struggling at second base. Tyler Wade really hasn't done the job. Neil Walker has been barely okay since signing late spring training. And, let's face it, the Yankees are 11-9, which, again, is not a horrible record 20 games into the season, but the team needs a little bit of a jolt, and Gleyber Torres is expected to be that guy. There was talk during spring training that he might stick with the club coming out of spring, but, again, the Yankees wanted to see him get some at-bats and make sure his elbow was okay. I'm sure there's also service time issues that are involved with that. But if you look at a guy like Miguel Andujar, who was in the same situation Torres was in coming out of spring, Andujar is now batting 300. He's been up for at least a week or so. He's batting 308. He's starting to hit the ball with some pop and authority. And now the Yankees figure, all right, let's bring up Torres and let's see what these kids can do. Because, again, like I said, Walker and Wade really haven't been the answer at second base. Brandon Drury, who they acquired in a trade with the Arizona Diamondbacks, is on the DL right now because he's having migraine headaches and blurred vision. So that's why they brought Andujar up to play third base. So it's like I said, it's kind of time to see what the kids can do, and maybe they go back down when some of these guys are healthy, or if they show they can do the job, then maybe some of these other guys could wind up getting traded.
Well, that's a good point. Yankees right now have a richness of players right now. I mean, you just can't help.
There's a lot of depth in the system, and it's organizational depth, and that's a good thing to have. They have a lot of prospects, and they're obviously not all of these guys are going to become Yankees, and because it's just numbers wise, it's impossible. But that allows them to deal prospects for established major league pitchers. And I still will maintain that the Pittsburgh Pirates made a grievous error when they traded Garrett Cole to the Astros instead of the Yankees, because the main piece of that trade was Colin Moran, who isn't as good of a prospect as Clint Frazier is, and the Pirates opted to go with quantity over quality, because the Yankees were offering either 2 or 3 players, and the Pirates or the Astros offered 4 prospects. But Colin Moran was the best prospect. He's not a very good prospect. So again, I think the Pirates will regret that decision ultimately. But when you're talking about the Yankee system, obviously Torres